Alright guys, this video I need to put in two disclaimers. This video is literally just me gonna be yapping. So welcome to my personality in this video. Second disclaimer is literally I've been biting the inside of my mouth so much, so if I'm talking weird, I apologize so much. If I got a little bit of a lisp, it's because I don't want to close my mouth, so I don't bite on my cheek, yeah. Anyways, this will have literally zero editing. I'm literally recording on my laptop, going boom, upload, boom, boom. So, yeah, so this is the raw, unedited version of me. Um, I wanted to do the hella. I just wanted to do like a little bit of an update because I am feeling like I have a TikTok that I like to post on, and I've got like 200 followers. But I also have been lacking on YouTube, and posting on YouTube is kind of like my dream. And tonight I was feeling very creatively understimulated. So, hold on, just pause for a second. Can you see me? Okay. So, little bit of an update. I broke my camera. So that's also another reason why I haven't vlogged. But that's not an excuse why I haven't vlogged. Because I literally had my camera for when last did I post? Like months ago? And I said I want to be back on the grind. And I was back on the grind for a little bit. And then I got off the grind. And it's because a little girl named Depression. So that happened. Then randomly, like 2, 3 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I'm actually so motivated right now. My life has been so good. I have a fun weekend coming up. I'm gonna vlog. The weekend was going great. I vlogged the whole of Friday, the whole of Saturday morning. We went to the beach. We're gonna go to a sports game. As soon as I get to the sports game, front row seats. By the way, it was gonna be so fun. I dropped my camera and the lens will not work. The lens will not work. So yeah, so that's my situation right now. Anyways, second life update. I finally, I feel like I'm moving too much. I apologize if you're actually gonna go through this. I actually apologize that it's like so. I actually applied to go to school. I have my matric for non-South Africaners. I have graduated high school, but I really wanted to get a bachelor's, my degree. So I don't know what I was gonna get for 5 years, 5 year gap year. So I finally said, you know what, F it, freak it, freak it. I'm just gonna, I don't know why I'm acting like this. Why right now? I'm just gonna apply. And I applied in like the month before October. I don't want to do too many pauses. I'm literally not editing this at all. So in the month before October, and I in October I got a letter to say I've been accepted, and the course is art history and psychology. So I'm gonna be studying a history course on top of a psychology course. So that's gonna be great and fun, and but I can do it. I am determined. I'm very determined. I'm gonna get my bachelor's. I'm gonna be an art historian, and I'm gonna get my bachelor's in psychology, and I'll decide if I want to go further with psychology. The aim is to eventually get a PhD in both. But you know how expensive that piece of paper is, let alone my bachelor degree. I'm gonna be a broke. Anyways, that's the first two updates I just wanted to get out of the way. I thought it was really fun Oh, I just want to actually, I wanted to dive deeper into my degree that I'm gonna be registering to and paying the massive registration fee and then in January. So I'm officially gonna become a student in January, and then I should be starting in probably late February, early March. So that's gonna be really fun. I'm actually genuinely really excited. I got um four art. What was it again? I got four art. I looked at all the modules and so forth. I got four art modules and then four psychology modules in the first year. I can split it to make it cheaper and less stressful for me, but it's the first year. Boom, get it done, you know? And it really does depend on how much it is. I have like a certain limit I have to reach, but I think I all those eight modules goes if I take anything less than the first eight modules in the first year, I won't be meeting that criteria to go on to finish the year. So I have to take all eight modules, and it's really exciting because I'm not gonna it's like everyone's like, don't take psychology, you're not gonna get a job. Well, I'm not only just taking psychology, my electives are gonna be in HR and consumers and marketing. So yeah. Yeah, so and then art history is literally my dream. My dream, sorry, I heard something and it freaked me out. Art history is literally my dream, and psychology is my dream backup. So I am so grateful and so blessed that I was able to find a course to get my bachelor's in both simultaneously in one course. So that's gonna be great. Um, Obviously it's an online course, and I feel like when you say online course, it's like it takes away the value of actually getting my bachelor's degree. But no, I will be getting my bachelor's degree. I'm just having to study online because mama needs a full-time job in order to afford this bachelor degree. So, yeah, that's my story. It's gonna be hard. So, next year, instead of doing things like this, I'm gonna have to be studying Van Gogh. So, I just saw a flash there. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm a little paranoid. So, I'm just a little paranoid, that's all. Um, I'm really excited to be studying these things, and I think one thing I love to do is make things aesthetic. I know it's like gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be so hard because not only am I studying psychology, which is probably one of the demand one I would say, like besides studying to become a doctor and heart surgeon and all of that engineering and all of that crazy stuff. I think below that is psychology. You get the A level where it's like this is like law and all of that. That you do if you are crazy but have a passion. This one is like I have a passion and I'm not so crazy, but I'm crazy enough that I want to do it, you know? Anyways, psychology's hard, I've heard. And then on top of that, I'm going to be studying a history. And everybody's like, "Oh, I took visual art in high school. Every single person who didn't take art underestimated art. You don't realize the history behind art is truly, truly hard. It is tiring, but it is my passion. I'd never, I mean, I hated having to write essays and forever, like constant essays for 2.5 hours, but I loved every second of it. I loved the learning of art. And people forget that art history is still history. You're learning the history period of that artwork. For example, the French Revolution. There is an artwork, the Renaissance painting. that links to the French Revolution. You will be having to learn about the French Revolution and how not only will you be having to learn about that specific time period, but how and why that links to this artwork. And then, on top of all of that, you have to know how to dissect the artwork. So, I actually forgot what it's called. It's been 5 years, guys. Leave me alone. um, the little like beginning that you have to write for this dissective essay on artwork is when you stating the matter of it, the subject matter, and like what's in the foreground, what's in the highlights. You have to learn how to dissect an artwork subjectively, and then on top of that link it to the history, and then there's a third level, guys, the artist. You have to know the artist's history as well, and why he painted that way, and not that way, and then I know for a fact I'm gonna be insane next year. I'm gonna go cuckoo, but I'm gonna love every second of it, hopefully. Um, but Mama's gonna be an art historian, and hopefully a psychologist in a workplace, because that brings me back. Okay. Oh my god, it's been what, 11 minutes? Okay. Secondly, that was actually secondly. Thirdly, I have been on a health journey for those who could not hear me. I have been on a health journey for the past couple months. I, like I said, am depressy. I'm not going to say specifically what mental issue I have, but I have a mental issue. I don't like to say the word issue. I don't know why I said that. I have a mental health disability. No, that makes it seem like it's so much worse. I don't know. I just, not everything's wired up there correctly. And I get quite depressed at times. And that really does affect my health mentally, which then affects me physically because no one wants to eat healthy and go on workouts and meditate when they can't even leave their bed and are crying every single day. So I've been working on that, on trying to maintain a stable noggin. And on top of that, I started. Oh, the whole reason I was telling you about my mental issue, not an issue, mental situation, is that, the by factor, the symptom of that is not a really good physical health because you're not eating the greatest. And I was getting sick every 2 weeks. I need a BRB because I'm about to burst my pants. Okay, that was an experience. Anyway, so I was saying I was getting sick every 2 weeks, and I actually said enough is enough. I'm gonna focus on my insides. So I literally refocused my diet. It was so bad to the point I genuinely did not know when last I had a fruit or vegetable. Excuse you? It was so bad. So I literally said no more. I I bought a whole bunch of uh raw foods. I wouldn't say raw, but let me just grab my phone. No, I wouldn't say raw, but like whole foods. So like bell peppers, celery, carrots, blueberries, strawberries, apples, um, nachos. If you like, it's like similar to a mandarin. If you don't know what a nachi is, um, green tea. I stopped having energy drinks. Speaking of that, I literally had an energy drink tonight, and I'm pretty sure that's why I just sat on the toilet for 25 minutes burning. So, I hope only two people see that. Anyways, um, anyways, so I have been for the past couple months trying to shift my, and I've been so, I'm not gonna say bad. I've been lacking discipline with my. Sorry, the ducks are going crazy up at me. I've been lacking discipline with my diet. By the way, I switched the light off. I hope that's okay with you guys. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna literally I do this every time. I'm gonna go on Pinterest and I'm gonna say white wallpaper. Wallpaper. Tip guys to get good lighting but not a flash. White wallpaper on Pinterest, right? Turn your brightness all the way up. Boom. Okay, there's my lighting. So what was I saying? Health. So I was trying to focus on my general diet for like months. I was trying to get that on T and like the discipline part of it because my discipline had gone out of the window. And not necessarily discipline, but like consistency and choosing long-term benefits over short-term happiness. Um, and I wouldn't say happiness, I would say satisfaction. And I learned a lot in that process, and it wasn't like, okay, today I am going to learn this. No. The only thing that I was like, okay, I'm going to do this was I need to eat better. I need to focus on my health, not for my body, not for my skin, for my literal health. I was getting sick literally every 2 weeks. I couldn't handle it. And it just naturally fell in place that I started to learn the benefits of consistency and everything. So that was like 2 months of just like trial and error of diet. And I found out what works for me and what feels good in my body diet wise. And then for the past 3 weeks, I have consistently worked on my physical activity side of things. So, and sleep with that as well. I recently, if you guys can't tell, I recently got this watch. I didn't buy it. It ended up in my hands, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Not because it's anything weird or sketchy, it just I don't feel like explaining it. It's already been 17 minutes of me saying my bum all burns, but um what was I saying? Oh, a Samsung watch. This watch has genuinely helped me so much. I started doing 10K steps every day. It's actually I started in the first week and I was only getting about 6,000. Um but then at the end of that week I was like, no, I'm actually going to be strict with myself and I'm going to get 10K. It only takes 10 minutes to get 1,000 steps with me. So, just every couple of hours, walk 10 minutes. Just walk for 10 minutes. That's like 3 songs. That's like not even half a podcast. That's like a tenth of a podcast. Um, go get fresh air, go get sun. So while getting my 10K steps, I've been going outside walking in our parking lot of my office for 10 minutes every couple of hours. Even 5 minutes, just walk as much as you can. If you have an option to walk, walk. And that's what I've been doing. And I've felt so many benefits. I started off with stretching and Pilates 3 times a week and yoga. And I've realized I'm not a Pilates girl. I'm sorry, I'm not a Pilates girl. Maybe I'll eventually get into it when I feel like craving the the strengthening of it. But I want to focus on like actually getting somewhat physically active before I can dive deep into something like Pilates, where I'm holding a position for, I don't know, 15 minutes and adding layers and adding. No, I can't even think of that right now. So I'm doing hits and cardio and a little bit of yoga, but it's mainly cardio and hits and 10K steps. 10K steps every day. Every day. I don't know if you guys can tell I'm super paranoid. Anyways, I'll explain later why I've been super paranoid, but 10K steps every day. And it has been doing so well with me that at least. Oh, and this is why I was saying I haven't been consistent with my diet, and it's really affecting my mental. And I feel like from tomorrow I need to lock in, but you don't understand. Maybe you do. I don't know why I say that. It's quite difficult to keep up to a diet when you're low key kind of broke and your groceries run out mid-month or they start going fraught mid-month and it's like there's like nothing enjoyable anymore. Like I love to have Greek yogurt and blueberries and an extra fruit if possible, if on special, but Greek yogurt and blueberries for breakfast and then for lunch a, a protein. I don't know what protein it will be, but a protein, whatever I'm feeling, a protein, and then a celery stalk, a carrot stick, an apple, and whatever, and bell peppers. That's my staple. That's what I like to have. And then for dinner, whatever happens. Like I'm not so strict about dinner. Because I live with my boyfriend, and I'm not gonna force him to eat what I want to eat. I mean, like, and also I want to have some pleasures in life. But lately, I have not been. I've been trying to eat my like snack pack, which is my carrot stick and celery and bell peppers and stuff, but half of it is finished and I don't have yogurt anymore, so I'm having to eat boiled eggs. Boiled eggs for breakfast. I hate eggs. I hate eggs so much, but I have to go on. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to start locking in because I have not been eating that. I've been eating more bread. And the whole point was that I needed to be on a calorie deficit as well as do cardio. And I don't want to do a major deficit, but I need to be on somewhat of a deficit because, or else it's just, I'm just gonna gain muscle and not actually like lose body fat, if you know what I mean. I learned a lot about like calorie deficit metabolism and all of that like 3 weeks ago. So it's kind of like inbred in my brain that like what I don't know what I'm going on about. Currently, I'm at 12,000 steps. So I have not defaulted from the 10,000 step though, which is like I think is going to be my new minimum. I will keep getting 10,000 steps no matter the situation. Nothing will stop me from getting my 10,000 steps. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, I'm on a health journey, girl. That's about it. Um, leave it in the comments what I was actually talking about, because I'm literally gonna go boop and then post on YouTube, take a video, take a picture for the thumbnail, and post. What else did I want to talk about? My sister is coming to visit from the UK to December. I'm so excited for that. I'm getting her old iPhone. I was gonna say I'm getting a new iPhone. It's the iPhone XR. Getting a new iPhone. It's been 10 years old. But it's an iPhone nonetheless. Anything will be better than this. So you will see a lot more vlogs from me now, even though my camera is a kaput, is dead in the ground. I will still be um posting videos. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I can do more videos like this where I'm like, hey, actually, I don't care. Let's do a mini podcast. Post. That's what I'm gonna try and do more. It's kind of like because on YouTube, I feel like I need to be more polished and edited. And I feel like to gain an authentic audience, you need to be yapping and being authentically yourself. And no, when I said authentic, like perfect and authentic, I think I meant to say um aesthetic and perfect. Whereas I feel like to gain an authentic community, you need to do videos like this. And I'm just thinking of like back to Emma Chamberlain, the the pioneer of YouTube. she changed the way, she part the way. I know she didn't actually, like, they still Trisha Paytas, Tana Mojo, and all of them, but that's the vibe. I want to just be yapping and yapping and yapping, lack of editing, as well as, by the way, CapCut used to be free. Now it's not. Excuse me, when I first started this whole YouTube journey, it was free. I mean, I I, I could pay for extra things, but the nice part of CapCut was that I didn't have to pay $500 a year to be able to, for it not to say CapCut in, like, or like CapCut over my face. So if anyone has any suggestions for an editing program, please drop it in the bio below. In the comments below. I'd love that. Because, well, you guys are gonna have to deal with this. Because ain't no way I'm paying for that. For a hobby. No, girl. I'd rather put that into my education. Education. Um, what was I saying? Maybe I should do more podcasts. Maybe that's what I should lean into. I feel very free right now. I feel like I could yap on and on and on. And honestly, oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I've been quite paranoid. Um, I got broken into a couple months ago, and it has low-key been low-key high-key very traumatic. And I have been struggling, and in the past 2 weeks, I've kind of had to come to the realization of, oh, you're kind of traumatized and you've got PTSD because every single time I'm alone, I get triggered. I get really triggered. Oh, I have this thing of like, I go into psychosis. I wouldn't say psychosis. Psychosis is a little extreme, but I get it's literally panic, like literally looked at my eyes wide open and I freaked myself out. So it's kind of like a type of state that I'm trying to avoid to be on. If anybody has any tips for PTSD, lock it down in the comments. Because mama, I've been struggling. It's when I'm home because it happened when I was home alone. Um, it's when I'm home alone and it gets dark. It starts any noise, street noise, the fridge going doo. We have rats in the roof, so that's kind of freaky. Rat, the mice, that freaks me out. I would hear. I have a landlord. When I hear the landlord, it's like um, when I hear rustling outside, it could be the wind, it could be the rain, it could be we have Egyptian geese in our yard that stay there. It could be the fish. There's so many reasons it could be. And I've only got it broken into once, and it was an extreme case. I'm fine, everything's fine. In fact, nothing actually got stolen. But it was like the invasion of privacy of like this can actually happen. And it really took me because me and my boyfriend had been talking about what if somebody breaks in? What if somebody breaks in? What do you do? And the entire time I was like, nah, it won't happen. But I was prepared. I didn't know what to do. I kind of want to stop talking about it because it's putting me in a little bit of a mood that I don't want to be in. So I'm yapping to you guys. Ah, I want to do another video. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video. The next video I'm probably gonna post in like 2 hours is gonna be me talking about my 2026 goals and manifestations. Okay, bye guys. Oh, no, pause. I'm so sorry. I know you thought like, oh yay, she's gone. But no, I actually wanted to talk a little bit more about like if I seem spooked, I'm fine. But if I see spook, it's because of that. Like it genuinely is like, and I'm trying to not avoid it because avoiding makes it worse. But I'm trying to. I don't know. I've never had. I mean, every person has a version of post-traumatic stress disorder, but I've never had this type of PTSD where it's like I don't know how to navigate this emotion. With almost, it's like that's what's freaking me out the most because it feels like there isn't an escape. There isn't an escape. With almost everything that I struggle with mentally, I know what I can do to feel better. And I do those things and it works every single time. I feel bad. I feel horrible. I don't like where I am. I do this thing. It helps. Right now, I feel bad. I'm going through literal anxiety, literal panic attacks, rocking back and forth for almost like an hour because I'm going insane from hearing noises. I'm a little psycho, but that's not the right word. But I'm literally seeing stuff. My anxiety is so bad. You know, when like you see stuff, your anxiety is so bad. I'm literally seeing stuff, and it genuinely is like, what do I do to get better? What do I do? What do I do to get here? I need to do something to get there. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel better. They say breathing and going like reminding yourself that you're safe. It does not help. It doesn't help, and that's what's so mad. It's like, I am safe. No, it doesn't help. It really doesn't. I want a quick fix. When I have normal anxiety, I know a hot water bottle, a blanket, a good show, and deep breathing. I did that, does not help because now I'm still hearing those noises that are triggering me. The scary thing is like, is trigger like you try and avoid triggers as much as possible, and they say that like that isn't the solution because triggers will always happen, but it's easier to try and it's easier to heal those triggers because um Oh, it's like I try and invalidate myself by saying it's not PTSD. Like what you went through wasn't that big of a issue. What. But like I genuinely am having flashbacks. I spike with anxiety, and like visions of like what could possibly happen. Not happen. They don't happen. I'm safe. But visions pop in my head that make me feel unsafe, and that is a symptom of PTSD, unfortunately. So what was I saying? It's like it's horrible. So one of the things that happened that night, see, the thing is, I'm so self-aware. I know why I have the trigger. I know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. I just don't know how to fix it. And maybe that's because I need professional help before it becomes a big issue. But I don't want to do that because I don't feel like I need professional help. I feel like I can just fix it myself. Whoa, okay. I just see what I did there. Yeah, no. Whoa. I just had the realization someone I know might see this. This is a podcast, guys. Welcome. Um, but I genuinely am terrified because the thing I'm trying to get at with the whole trigger thing is that I can't escape my triggers. The thing that happened that night was that I was hearing the noises. I was hearing noises, and I decided, you know what? It's okay. 20 minutes later, I hear a noise I cannot ignore. So I look out my window. I don't want to explain more. I really don't want to explain more. No one asked, but I really, yeah. So that's what happened. And so now it's like when I hear a noise, I'm terrified of ignoring it. And I understand. noises are a trigger because it makes me want to look outside. And I know looking outside is a trigger as well because when the last time I looked outside, I saw something I didn't want to see. Saw something I didn't think I would see because I thought it was just noises. So, yeah, I think talking about it probably helps as well. But I think I should be talking about it in a safe environment and not when I am constantly being triggered right now. So, this video I did is also kind of like a distraction and it has helped a lot, I'm not gonna lie. So, my next video will be 2026 manifestations and what my 2026 will look like and spirituality and me and spirituality. Okay, I think I'm gonna be doing this a lot more often. That was fun and healing, to be honest. Okay. Love you guys. Oh, sorry. I smiled like that because it was cheating. Love you guys. Oh.